Salutations, friends. it's it's Stevie on Maddie's channel. There's some technical difficulties going on behind the scenes, and I wanted to see if it's on my end. Can y'all hear me okay? Can everybody give me some thumbs up? Am I good to go? Is it on my end? Let me know. I think it's all good. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody good? Okay. So everything is good on my end. I'm going to pause a second. Rich or Yonan and Doug Ritter are having some technical difficulties. NebuCloud is here as well, but I'm going to pause for a second. And I guess I can't pause. I've already gone live. All right. NebuCloud, I see you behind the scenes. Can you give me a thumbs up? Do you still want to be front facing? If you want to be, I can't hear you because your backyard. I don't want to bring you on unless you're good. Okay. Welcome, NebuCloud.
Hey everyone, it's Jason. I'm NebuCloud. Glad you guys made it. Unfortunately, Maddie had a emergency and was not able to make it today. I'm so sorry about that. But we're here. I don't know what his giveaway is today. I'm so sorry. I don't have the knives that Maddie was going to give away. We will schedule that for another time. But I do have the pieces here for the giveaway that I'm going to be doing. We're still doing that here, and we'll be doing the giveaway very shortly. I'll hand it over to Rick and Doug Ritter here. They're right next to me.
Just so you guys know, Maddie is okay. He was shaving his testicles today, and he nicked, and
you want me to grab my computer?
It's not good. So Maddie had to go get stitches on his scrotum today. So thoughts and prayers for Maddie. But yeah, so I'm filling in for him. They are over at Cue Ball's house. I saw Doug Ritter earlier. He's with Yonan, but Yonan unfortunately is having some technical difficulties. So,
does it show that my speakers are getting power though? There should be a power line.
Yeah. So hey, look at that. There is Doug, and there is Yonan.
Well,
we're still working with the camera. Sorry about that, you guys.
Yeah, that's supposed to. But this is it.
But
thought I'd bring you guys in here to see.
Ooh, look at all that goodness. Are these all your knives?
I have my audio kind of low because I'm not sure what they're doing with their computer yet. I'm so sorry. We're having some technical issues. I appreciate everyone's patience.
So I'm sorry. I also so I'm filling in last minute for Maddie. I will not be doing my live tonight, but this is kind of last minute filling in. Wanted to make sure that we could still go live while they had Doug there. Excuse me. Just burped. So I have not been paying attention to the chat like I should be. No, he's not. He just cut his ball sack really bad. And you guys might think I'm joking, but it's bad. So, hello to you, Mimo. But while I talk, is this your collection, NebuCloud?
This is, so I've got my knives right here, and then I've got some skulls here. But I thought I'd bring you guys over to see what we've been up to. We kind of started a little late. Sorry about that. But it's been fun. I'm glad that we're all together, and we've got all these knives that we can play with. They're fantastic, and of course we've got Doug here. Here, let me turn. You're fine.
We can see you guys. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
I'm not sure where we're
at. Yeah.
So I've added them to the stream.
We're still having some technical issues, guys. Sorry about that. What knife did Doug Ritter bring? He brought the Doug Ritter.
Let me see if we can hook up on the phone and we'll try it that way.
Look at that.
Big surprise, I'm sure.
Nice. Big surprise.
Got a fixed blade too.
Which variant of the RSK do you carry?
I'm sorry?
You want to know which variant of the RSK you carry.
So, normally I carry the full size. If I'm going someplace where I expect people to ask to see them, I carry both. You know?
We're making you run so hard, bro. Sorry about that, man.
All right, speakers on.
Hello.
Plug it in.
Let's plug it in and see what happens.
Say so.
It's a shit show, folks.
You need to
Hello.
make sure they're directed to the
Q-ball.
speaker.
Yeah. I'm going to do that. Okay. How about now?
Can you guys hear us?
So we can hear you guys.
We're doing better before.
I don't know nothing.
Yeah, they're having some speaker issues, unfortunately. We're not getting any audio out of their computer.
You switched over to those speakers. Is it recognizing them?
Oh, there we go.
Can he play anything on his? Like, can he play a normal YouTube video and something come through?
We hear something. I think we can make this one.
It sounds like it's not accepting that camera.
Go to your other camera. Go to your other camera.
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, isn't this tantalizing live stream, folks?
Okay, we can hear it.
Why do we have an echo?
Now it says your device is not connected. Hey, Maddie's back. Maddie is typing from his hotel room, or excuse me, his hospital room. Shane, where you at? We need your technical prowess.
Ray, so it's really nice.
Okay.
And
Okay, so we can hear Yonan,
the
but
branch
there's no camera connected.
the different store manager, I guess this is what people does.
They told me I had to be ready by 2 o'clock.
It just threw the dynamic of the store off. Everything was running great. Everybody was happy.
Oh, that's a
As soon as that new manager came in, just
That's
really doesn't work.
and then
It just doesn't want
she
to
was
work.
opening
never seen that.
the trailer doors and something slipped and the door came back and slammed her in the head.
That's it. I'm out of options. So if
They
you,
said that she got a concussion.
we can see you, but we just can't hear you.
To the work,
Well, we can hear you
the
just
workers'
fine.
comp, doc to get checked out. He didn't-
Q-Ball's
he
having
just
some
gave her
random
a
conversation in the
5-minute
background.
assessment. And she was having massive migraines. All of a sudden,
Q-Ball,
she
shut up.
changed and everything. She went to HR and said, "Hey, something's really wrong with her."
Q-Ball,
And
shut
I'm
up.
wondering if
they then they transferred.
I got
her
nothing
to
else, man.
yeah,
Which is
we tried every option. I'm so
We've
sorry.
tried everything we can do
And I mean, the high
to get this to work.
it's just a
W Cloud.
And
Tell
so-
Q-Ball to shut up.
So
I'm done.
All right. What are we doing? Nebby Cloud's muted.
I'll tell you what, Jason, why don't you come over here? Why don't you sit down in this spot?
What are we
with us?
doing, folks?
You'll be able to see him on your camera. on your
Stevie's
phone.
getting irritated.
Hey, we tried, Rich. It's okay, man.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I've never ever had a StreamYard.
It is El Cap. He
I did everything we could think of.
told me it was
It's
okay
alright.
to say, but he
We
was
gave it an
literally
honest
trimming his testicles this morning.
Again, this
They
is
were
all.
a little
Yeah,
too
well,
long,
Thank you for trying.
and he
All right.
nicked.
Grab my drink.
All right, I'm muting them and taking them off. I don't know what's going on, folks. I'm really sorry. I don't know what's going on over there, but El Cap, yes, Maddie nicked his testicles and bled out pretty bad. Thought it was a joke, but it's not. So, yeah. All right. There is.
There we go. I think I'm not really sure. Sorry about that, everyone. Thanks so much for being patient. I'm really grateful. I'm not able to see who is in the chat. I'm so sorry. I'm going to depend on you guys to help out if you can.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing a giveaway, very different from anything that you guys have probably have seen, unless you spent some time at my 1,000 subscriber giveaway on my Instagram last year. That was a lot of fun. Someone from the crystal community actually won a knife, which is even more fun for me. We've got Doug Ritter here. Look at that. Appreciate him being here. I'm really grateful for the efforts that he takes in helping us out in with some the knife laws, changing up some of the knife laws. I really appreciate his work and his
Thank you.
commitment for it. And I'm really grateful that he's here. I didn't even know he was in Arizona. Did you guys know that? Appreciate you being here, man.
Been here almost 70 years.
70 years? Wow, man. You're a lot older than I thought.
I guess that's good. Okay, I'll take that as a compliment.
70 years, wow. All right.
It looks good for 7.
Yeah, for sure. All right, you guys. Well, the way that I'm going to do the giveaway is we're going to weigh some stuff. I've got an official scale here from the USPS Postal Service. In fact, let me grab my camera here so you guys can see this. We've got an official scale here from the United States Postal Service. This reads in grams as well as in pounds and ounces. I've got some interesting stuff we're going to be weighing. There's some rules. Let me show them to you guys right now. The first rule is you must be 18 or older. If we personally do not know you, proof of age is going to be required. This is more for Maddie's giveaway. Unfortunately, we're going to overlook that rule because we're not going to give away any knives today. The important note is that once the game begins, you can only vote once. More than one vote will be an immediate disqualification. This is not one of those that you guess the number kind of thing. It's kind of a little different. When the start appears on screen, you will have 30 seconds to vote. This is going to be US only. I'm so sorry. I'm still going to reach out to Matt to see if he wants to include those pocket knives. If they're only US, I'm so sorry about that. We'll meet up with the international audience at another time. All items will be shipped to 2 lucky winners via USPS priority mail. So you'll get it by Wednesday or Thursday next week. And good luck. I'm excited to see who wins. We're going to do 2 practice rounds. That way you guys kind of get a feel for the game, and then we'll go into the actual game. We'll choose the 3 closest people who voted correctly. Those people are going to get to move on to the second round, and then we'll continue to eliminate players until we announce a winner. Are you guys ready?
I think they're ready. Thumbs up in the chat if you're ready.
Sorry about that. I was not trying to be rude.
So we've got Doug Ritter here. He's going to be here for a short period until 3 p.m. So we're going to give him the spotlight first, and then we'll go into the giveaway. That way you guys have the opportunity to join. Let everyone know that we're going to be doing this giveaway here. These giveaways are epic. So I'm turning the camera back around so that you guys have some time with Doug Ritter.
Real quick, Mattisfaction says that he will do his knives with the giveaway. The Artisan Ahab with wood scales go with the purple skull, and Gary donated a Savivi to go with the dragon.
Ours, awesome. So those are the knives that we're going to be giving away. I don't have those knives here. I'm so sorry. But those will be in the box.
Or a petrified fish.
Sorry, there's some movement going on. And I'm so sorry, I don't have a way of looking at the chat here.
I can see it. So...
Why was Matty trimming his balls for the meetup? Well, he wanted to look presentable, man. He wanted to look presentable.
You guys got any questions for Doug? Can I call you Doug? Can I call you Dougie? Does anyone ever call you
Doug
Dougie?
works just fine.
Okay. All right, Doug. Is there anything in particular that you would like to talk about off the top?
So I think it's important that folks understand the relationship between myself and my knives and knife rights. So I can't do knife rights if I don't sell knives. It's really sort of simple. And I appreciate everyone who buys the knives and everyone who donates to knife rights. You know, we just got the bill signed in Tennessee yesterday that will allow people to take pocket knives into a school on election day. I mean, that sounds like not a big deal, but think about it. I mean, Tennessee has significant rural population that carry a pocket knife every day. And now suddenly they're going to break the law when they go to an election, go to elect someone. So this is the first time we've gotten a bill like that passed. I think it's a big deal. It's just common sense. And that makes 43 bills passed in 27 states since 2010. I think that's a pretty good record. We are getting ready for our annual Ultimate Steel Spectacular drawing. And I brought a few of the knives, besides my knives, which are also in the drawing. We have a couple packages of knives, but
nice.
Brought this beautiful heretic that you guys could win if you donate in the Ultimate Steel. We'll probably launch the Ultimate Steel the first week in May. This is one of the knives you can win, and it's a winner's choice drawing. So when you win, first person who wins gets their pick of everything. And the next person gets a pick of everything that's left. So you get to win something you want. It's not one of these drawings where, well, you were the third person pick, you get third prize. I don't want that. I want what was on fourth or fifth prize.
Right.
So this is a beautiful Johnny Stout, engraved Johnny Stout, Jim Ford Damascus, multi-$1,000 knife. One of my favorites we're going to have this year is this Mickey Yurko. It's just a really sexy, cool knife. And we've got some great chef's knives and some great buoys. This is an Eric Fritz buoy that he donated this year. I mean, altogether we'll have somewhere in the neighborhood of $150,000 to $200,000 worth of knives, guns, and some other stuff. Unfortunately, it takes a lot of money to do what we do. I mean, I think we deliver a lot of bang for our buck, so to speak. Right. But we still have to show up at the State House. I mean, one of the reasons we're successful is we show up. Our travel expenses have gone up about 40% in the last year.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, we either need to raise a little more money or we need to cut back. And I'm not really in favor of cutting back when we're doing so well. We just filed a lawsuit in California, a Second Amendment lawsuit against their switchblade ban. That's a big deal. Post-Bruin decision, we're in a position to say you can't ban knives. They're an arm. You can regulate how they're carried, open or concealed or where they're permitted, but you can't tell people they cannot possess and they cannot carry a knife. And this is, I think, the first part of dealing with states that are not amenable to legislative solutions. Even though we are the only Second Amendment organization that gets support from the left in many of the states and have had, you know, anti-Second Amendment governors sign our bills, including Pennsylvania. The fact of the matter is that there are just some states where it's not going to fly.
Right.
And now
we
have a way to approach that. But litigation costs a lot of money. And so we got to raise a lot of money. I mean, it's unfortunate, but you can't get legislation, you can't get litigation done without the funds. And so we're dependent on you folks to donate with a chance to win some really cool prizes. For our ultimate steel that's coming up, we'll probably launch that at the beginning of May. So that's sort of a summary of what we've done. I mean, this year we've got concealed carry of switchblades legal in Virginia. That happens July 1st. After last year's passage of the repeal of their switchblade ban. So little by little. Sometimes we get everything done in a state, and sometimes it takes multiple years and multiple tries. Right. New York, that fight against New York City took 9.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't have a lot of patience until I got involved with this and discovered, you know, if you really want to get stuff done, you better have some patience, because you just got to patience and persistence. You got to just keep coming back, and that's why we've been successful.
So I live in Washington. What do you have to say about Washington?
So our lawsuit in California, if we win, will impact Washington, because you're all part of the Ninth Circuit. Okay, so at the federal level, if we win in California, that affects all of the states in the Ninth Circuit. Will we win? I don't know. You know, people ask me why I don't gamble when I go to Las Vegas. It's because I do legislation and litigation. This is gambling in real life. But that is one of the advantages of a litigation approach to this. If we win, it doesn't just affect the state we're in, it affects the entire district. And it's entirely possible that these cases can end up at the Supreme Court. And you know, then it affects the entire nation. I mean, post-Bruin, the Supreme Court's Bruin decision last year about the Second Amendment really put us on in a good place from you can't outlaw arms. You just can't. And there are states, including California, that are going to continue to try to do this. But Bruin is pretty clear. If there's no history back in the 18th and early 19th century of banning these arms, then you can't ban them. The Maryland AG tried to argue that they could ban ARs because there were Bowie knife bans. But the fact of the matter is, virtually all of those bans were on the method of carry. You can't conceal carry a Bowie knife. Or if you committed a murder with a Bowie knife or inflicted harm on someone with a Bowie knife, there were enhanced penalties. But there were no prohibitions on actually owning one. just how you carry it, which Bruin said you can't let people not carry stuff.
Right.
You can regulate how they carry. Open carry, concealed carry with a permit. But you can't prevent folks from possessing and carrying arms. You have to be allowed to bear arms. You know, it's in the Second Amendment. And, you know, it's going to take a while to work its way through the courts. But I think in the states like Washington, Minnesota, you know, New York, and Hawaii and some others, this is the only route we have. And now we have a roadmap. You know, the Supreme Court has given us a roadmap with the Bruin decision on how we can attack this issue. The fact of the matter is there's no difference between a switchblade and a manual opening blade other than the fact that one has a spring and one doesn't.
Right.
Okay, from a practical standpoint, there's no difference. It's an arm. You can't ban it. So that's how we're going to approach Washington.
Awesome.
There was a member in the audience, Dopey6621. He's asking, Doug, what are your thoughts on Florida?
So Florida, their permitless carry was signed recently in Florida. So that got rid of a lot of the issues about carry of knives, because it specifically, we worked with our friends at Florida Carry and the NRA and Firearms Policy Coalition to ensure that knives were specifically part of that permitless carry bill. So all we have left to do in Florida now is knife law preemption. And for those who aren't familiar, knife law preemption means that state law preempts local laws. So in other words, you can't have a local law more restricted than state law. And we passed the first knife law preemption bill here in Arizona in 2010, and we passed 13 other similar bills. That's the next step for Florida, which will be, the plan is we'll be back next year. Because right now, there are no prohibitions for knives or knife carry in Florida at the state level. If we pass preemption, then those cities, towns, and counties that currently have prohibitions of some sort of restrictions, that will all go away. You know, sometimes we get preemption done first, and then we get rid of various restrictions. Sometimes we get restrictions repealed and then do preemption, and sometimes it's all in one package. Every state is different. That's one of the challenges we face. Every state is different. I mean, we've been working in Texas now for almost 10 years, rolling back their knife laws, little bit by little bit by little bit, making Texas a whole lot more like everyone thinks Texas is. Because Texas, when we started out, had terrible knife laws.
Really?
You couldn't carry a Bowie. You legally could not carry a Bowie knife in Texas.
That's shocking.
Yeah. And you would tell people like that, and they go, "Really?"
Would never guess.
Yeah.
Never.
So
No, it's Texas.
you know, and Texas is one of the states that only meets, their legislature only meets every other year, and so that means they can't screw things up as often, but it also means you can't fix things as quickly. But again, persistence. We're there this year, continuing to roll back their restrictions with a bill that passed the Senate 4 years ago, passed the House 2 years ago. Various political interscene politics sort of things prevented us from getting to the finish line. Hopefully, the third time's the charm. But you got to, Texas is one of those states where my lobbyist basically is going to end up spending the better part of a month to 2 months in Austin at the Capitol to get this job done. Some states are easier, but you can imagine what that costs.
Yeah.
I mean, not just getting them there, but staying in a hotel for weeks at a time, or a week at a time as we go through the process. It is not inexpensive rolling back, 50 years, 100 years worth of bad knife laws, but we're doing it. When I first started knife rights, everyone was quite willing to tell me I was crazy and there wasn't a chance in hell that we were going to get a switchblade ban repealed.
Right.
Well, after, 43 bills in 27 states, I think we proved them wrong. And that's what we do. And, you know, the ultimate steal that will be coming up here is how we raise about a third of our annual budget. So I hope everyone listening will think about signing up for a free newsletter or follow us on Instagram or Twitter. If you follow us on Facebook, unfortunately, you will probably never see our posts because even though we have like 23,000 followers, we typically only see about 100 or 200 to see our posts. We're shadow banned because, you know, evil knives.
Yeah.
Stupid. But it's reality what we have to live with. So please go to kniferights.org, check us out, sign up for our free News Slice newsletter, or follow us on Twitter or on Instagram.
Seems Logical has a question. He's asking, are there any specific politicians or lawmakers who stand out as being pro-knife?
So we've had some great sponsors of our bills over the years. You know, I wouldn't want to, if I name one or two, I'll forget 3 or 4 others, and then they'll be insulted. But, you know, you can't get legislation passed without a sponsor. So that's the first step, is finding a sponsor. And we've had some great sponsors, or we wouldn't be where we are. Again, what's unique about us is we have sponsors from both sides of the aisle. And we are the only Second Amendment organization that gets that. Because it's not knives, it's guns, it's criminal justice reform. It's their constituents that are being arrested or harassed for carrying a knife. And we're very lucky. I mean, the majority of our bills passed with bipartisan support. A number of our bills have been signed by Democratic governors. We are unique that way, and that's one of the reasons for our success. But as for naming specific legislators, I think I'm going to pass on that.
Understood. There was a comment made here by Mimo. It was kind of funny. I was going to read it out loud. Michael Morgan, he's one of our individuals here. He was indicating how he hates not being able to wear tank tops. He likes to be able to bear arms.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Some
Nemo
of
with
us
the
old
zingers.
folks, nobody wants to be in a tank. Just saying.
I'm not seeing any other comments or questions here. I'm curious though, with a lot of Californians migrating across the United States, has there been any changes with them as they're moving? Like them coming into the state here to Arizona?
It has, so the migration out of California has certainly affected the politics in the states that they moved into. Some of them move out of there and realize that maybe that was crazy. And some of them try to take their California politics and bring it into the other states. You know, we haven't seen it affect what we're doing, but certainly if you look at the bigger political picture, it certainly has an effect.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a lot of sense to me that you escape from somewhere because it got so bad that you want to turn where you're going into something like that.
Right.
But again, since we get such strong bipartisan support, we're in a very unique position. Excuse me. You know, when you're dealing with regular politics or the rest, you know, the firearms, Second Amendment issues, you know, it's a whole different story. If anything, things have gotten more partisan, unfortunately. And you know, we're just going to keep plugging away doing knife stuff. It's uniquely satisfying that I can do something with all your support that is going to affect generations. You know, generations of Americans have lived under restrictions on what knife they can carry or even own. And we're getting rid of those restrictions, most of which are 50, 60, 100 years old. And you know, how often do you get to do something that's going to live well beyond your?
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that drives me, you know, that grandsons, great grandsons, and all down the line are going to benefit from what we're doing here.
Right.
And you don't get that opportunity that much.
Right.
So I feel blessed that I can do that. And it always gets back to the dollars and cents. I can't do that without everyone's support.
Right.
And we try with the Ultimate Steel or with building some really cool knives to make it easier for people to do that. If you're not familiar with my knife line, I hope you'll stop by knifeworks.com. They are my partner and exclusive distributor of my Hogue built folders and fixed blades. Good people. You know, most of the knife industry and knife community supports what we do, but without the individuals, you know, the folks who are listening here contributing, we just wouldn't have enough money to do it. It's just darn
I
expensive.
have a quick question. Could you briefly go over what we were talking about earlier about some of the stuff you have upcoming as far as knife designs? And
So,
just let
well,
people know?
I guess all I can say is keep your eyes peeled. We are hoping to launch something really cool in my knife line right before Blade Show, and that's about all I'm willing to say. But we really like to get your money before you spend it all at Blade Show. You know, you might want to follow knifeworks.com. You might want to follow my Doug Ritter Gear Instagram.
I threw it up in the chat.
And we will, you know, I'm pretty excited about this. It's been a long time coming. It's something I've been working on with Hogue for a few years. And I think it's going to be cool. I think hopefully it will be well received because we ordered a whole lot of knives.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really great.
Hey, Doug, I have a question too for you really quick. Obviously, you know, it takes money, lots of money to do what you're doing. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people right now that aren't able to, you know, to donate in that way. But are there other things that people can do, maybe within their state? What are some of the other ways that they can get involved to help you, to support, you know, knife rights?
So the biggest way people can help, other than please send money, is that when we're working in a state, there are often situations where we need to generate a lot of emails to a committee members or to a chairman to get a bill unstuck. And when we do that, we put out a call for action. If you can just click on the link and fill out your name and address and click to send it, we make it as easy as possible. Those emails can make a huge difference. It's not like in Congress, you have to generate tens of thousands of emails to make any difference. You know, at a state level, if you generate 1,000 emails, you are going to get a lot of attention. If you generate even a few hundred emails to a chairman, you're going to make a difference. And you know, we're not a large organization, either membership-wise or even just people who follow us. But we know that when we generate one of these calls for action, when we put out one of these calls for action and people start sending in emails, I mean, I and my lobbyists get calls from the legislature or suddenly our bill's unstuck, and it makes a difference. The more support we get on the ground, you know, don't always need it, but there are some circumstances where that's the difference between not getting something done and getting something moved. Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Right.
It's just as true in legislation as anything else, if not more true. And sometimes that's all it takes is just, oh yeah, these people really, they're people who actually care about this issue. Because our knife issues are not at the top of any legislative leadership's to-do list.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just, we're not budget, we're not headline gaining issues in most places. Excuse me, my allergies suck. But when you show the legislators, the chairman of committees, that people do actually care about this stuff, then they're like, oh, okay, maybe we should get this going. So yeah, besides, please send me money. Please respond when we put out a call for action. It's usually state specific. Nobody at a state legislature really cares what the guy in another state thinks.
Yeah.
But if you're a constituent, if you live in that state, they care a lot.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me.
We're getting close to 3, so.
Yeah, and you get
Yeah.
some nice backup too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we should probably close this up and you can get to your giveaway. Thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. Please follow us. Please check out my knives at KnifeWorks, and please check out kniferights.org.
And for those going to Blade Show, be sure to stop by and visit Doug at his booth.
Yes.
Yep.
Please.
Sorry, I missed that.
When is Blake Show?
Blade Show is the weekend of June
First weekend
2nd,
of June.
3rd, and 4th.
Okay.
Yep.
First weekend.
Our birthday.
We'll be there.
All right. Well, thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you for your time, sir.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Seriously, thank you so much.
Cool.
All right. You want to wait for just a minute? Then I can help him get his stuff ready.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna
and then we'll do the
grab this right
giveaways.
here, and then I'll take over. Doug's already gonna start moving here. He's gonna head home, but we're gonna start the giveaway. Sorry that we didn't get to all of the questions. I know that there was some that came through. We'll try to get those over to Doug via DM. Thank you guys so much for her and asking any questions, participating in the chat. Let's go with the giveaway. I'm glad that there's 2 phones here because then I can do this myself. So let's go back to the rules. Again, I'm going to turn my camera around. This will make it a lot.
Did we lose him?
Back camera, here we go. All right, so we've got my scale here. I'm going to turn it on. Oh, I've got my power button over here. So there was an artisan that, an artisan knife, and it was a CJRB that Mattisfaction is giving away. This is going to be for those. Let's start with the smaller giveaway first. This will be for the CJRB knife, and this will also include this dragon skull. This is a malachite chrysocolla crystal skull. It's a dragon carved by Leandro de Souza. This is going to come with a certificate of authenticity, and it's worth $150.
Ooh.
Let's do the first guess here. So I've got my scale on. I'm going to weigh something unconventional, something that doesn't necessarily tell you what the weight is. You can see that there are coins in this jar. I want you guys to guess in ounces how many ounces or how much you think this weighs. You will have 30 seconds to play. Let me put the start on the screen. The start is coming from Yonan's phone.
see it out here? Just. Nope. What do you think?
Actually, yeah, let's do that. All right, let's go ahead and stop. I'm going to show you guys what the weight is. Hang on just a second. I'm so sorry about this. Let me try that again.
Can you still hear us, Navy
cool.
Cloud?
Yep, I'm still here, man. Sorry. I had a little, I had to do a little math here. All right, so we've got, if you guys guessed 29 ounces, 29 ounces. I'm going to go through the chat here and see who got close to 29 ounces. I see Cheeto Bandito
Closest
is
without
really
going
close
over?
at 33 ounces. It's okay to go a little
We got
over. I
Scott
see
at
Tree
20.
Stabbing Troy at 33 ounces, Todd Carr at 25 ounces, some dude at 32 ounces, Dan P at 32 ounces.
Scott and
Very cool. I'm very glad that you guys are kind of getting the idea of what we're doing here. I'm going to switch to grams now.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Can you hear me? There's a lot of background noise.
Yes. Gotcha.
All right, we're moving to grams now. I've got something here that I'm going to trick you guys with. This is jet. This is jet. It's a stone from Tibet. We're going to guess this in grams. In grams, how much do you guess this weighs? Let's do the start now. It's coming from Yonan's phone. So 30 seconds. How much do you think this weighs? This is the second test.
All right, I just set a timer. I don't think you guys realize what grams are. Someone said 128 grams. That is not 128 grams.
I hope you're playing too, Stevie. We've got about 10 more seconds left.
I am. All right, it's been 30 seconds.
All right, let's
It's
go
been
ahead and
30
stop.
seconds.
Stop. All right, let's take a look. Here's the piece on the scale. 24 grams.
6 grams. 2.4.
So let's see who got close to 24
Wow.
grams. Joe Isabella is really close. Bluminati Ninja is fairly close. Don Farmer is really close. Crispy Critter went a little over, but he's close. So did Acid Test Kids. They went a little over. All right, you guys, you got a feel for the game. Very cool. Let's go official now. So for the Dragon Skull and the CJRB,
Thank you.
here is a labradorite. In grams, how much do you think this weighs?
In grams.
In grams.
Right? We're guessing grams here. And are we going to go?
Yeah,
so you tell me when to go, and I'll put a start and
let's do
hit
the start
30
now.
seconds when we go. You tell me when to.
Let's do start now.
All right, start. Okay, and start 30 seconds in grams. Lots of guesses coming in.
His car.
Yeah, it's a nice Camaro. It's Camaros.
All right, I think we're close. I'm gonna put the stop on the screen.
Yep. 30 seconds. Stop.
All right, let's see what it weighs. 48 grams. Let's see who got close. 48 grams. Brian Dorn is really close.
It's
He
closest
is moving
without
to the
going
next
over.
round. Yeah. Joey Sabella and Acid Test Kids, they're both moving on. And Dopey 6621. So we've got 4 guesses right now. We can do Blades and EDC, 44 grams. That's awesome. So 5 guesses. Those are the only 5 players that can play. Thank you, everyone else that wanted to play. I have a piece of obsidian from Oregon. This came from Mount St. Helens. Those 5 names that I named earlier are the only ones that can play at this time. Let me know in grams what you think this weighs. I'm going to switch it up after this. All right, those are the 5 names. Let me check. There's 80 grams. Let's see who's going to the next one. It looks like Brian Dorn is really close. I'm going to name Brian Dorn. Brian Dorn is our first winner. Brian, you are getting a CJRB knife from Mattisfaction and this dragon skull from me. Very cool. Thank you so much for playing. I super appreciate you.
Congratulations, Brian. Send Mattisfaction and NebuCloud your information. Instagram work?
Yeah, you can message me on Instagram. Awesome, Mattisfaction. Very cool. Let's go for the next round. This is for the big giveaway. This piece right here, this is worth $250. And then Maddie is giving away an artisan cutlery knife. We're going to do the same process. This one, again, everyone is welcome to play until we name the 5 names or however many names that we get. I'm going to switch it up. I've got a bottle of Purell here. You can see some of it is missing. I've covered up the ounces. We're going to guess in grams. What you think this bottle weighs? So let's go now. Everyone can play. Let's do start now. So you have 30 seconds to answer what you guess in grams this could weigh. You can see some of it's missing. All right, let's stop. That answer from Beefaroni, even though we were looking for grams, man. All right, stop. Here we go. Let's check to see the weight in grams. $114 grams. Let's check to see who got close. I see Acid Test Kits went up a little bit high,
Louis.
but he can go next. I see Crewwear is the best at 100 grams. That one's good. I see Chris
Louis
Hole.
has 111.
We'll take. You said Louis?
Yes.
All right, we'll take Louis. And I see El Capt Addict. I think those are the 5 names that are able to go. I see DigiPirate. We'll include them too because they just went a little over. So those are the names that can go to the next round. If you did not get named, I'm sorry. You will not be able to play any further. I've got a piece right here. This is a Apache tier from Arizona. This is a obsidian. It's typically translucent. You can find these near the California-Arizona border. These are actually kind of rare. In grams, how much do you guess this weighs? Let's go ahead and start now. We've got about 10 more seconds. All right, I'm going to put the stop on the screen here.
Stop.
There we go. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Let's check the weight. Oh, I have to turn the scale back on. Hang on. If you guess 36 grams, you get to move next. Let's see, 26 bacon bits.
I think Crewwear 30 got it.
Crewwear.
The closest.
He's the closest. Let's name him as our winner. He got so close. Crewwear, congratulations, buddy. You won an awesome skull from Leandro. Thank you guys so much for playing. I really appreciate getting to hang out. I'm also grateful that we got to hang out with Doug Ritter. So please
make
contact
sure you
and I Instagram, and we can ship these out to you guys. And let me move my camera here. Oh, is it flipped around? Yeah.
Can you guys hear me still? Is there something?
Yeah,
do I have a delay here?
We got.
Hey,
Am I all
how's it going,
blurry?
folks? My big
Hey, what's up?
populous body here. It's been a while since I've been on a live stream, so it's good to see everybody. Have some Sprite. That was awesome to have Doug Ritter here. He actually had a good time.
I got a question for you.
What's that?
I got a question for you,
Yeah,
Cue
what's up?
Ball. Did Doug Ritter take a shit in your house?
Quite possibly, yes. Maybe 2.
Oh my God.
Yes. Maybe 2. Wow, you
Maybe
just dived
2.
him out.
But I'm not going to go
Doug Ritter
search
shit
and
twice in Q
do
Ball's
any
house.
inspecting to see if that's the case or not. So
Did you want us to save you a sample?
That's awesome. No.
Everybody, oh, hi everybody. I'm sorry I can't respond. I don't have like a keyboard. I just have my phone. So
We can see.
yeah, but I can see everybody's response. So
Oh, okay.
very cool. No, it was great to have Doug here, and he said that he would, as long as his schedule allows, he would love to come back to one of our next meetups and do it again. But all I can say is, folks, take and donate to Doug. It's a great cause. Obviously, the next thing that they're going to go, come for are knives, right? Think about it, guns now, and then it's going to be knives. And what he's doing is helping to solidify our rights. And the man works incredibly hard. I would never guess that he's been in it as long as he has. But he's just an incredible guy. He has amazing stories. So if you get a chance, stop by Blade Show. Show your support. Go introduce yourself to Doug. He appreciates everybody's support, obviously through money, but that's one reason why I asked the question, how else can you get involved if you don't have the money to donate? And so I'm glad that there are other ways that, that we can support him and his organization. But yeah, it was awesome to have him here. And those knives, seeing them up close, let me tell you, they're beautiful. So
They really are.
have a chance. Anybody can win those knives. And I've never had a custom folder before. Love to have one now. So after having one in hand. But no, it's great to be able to do this from my home. If anybody ever comes into Arizona and
Awesome.
visits, you're more than welcome to come to my house, and we will talk about knives. Watch a movie, play some PS5, have some beer. Sit by the pool. Stevie, you got to get back down here and visit, man.
Definitely. I don't think Doug remembered me.
What's that? Oh, there we go. I didn't know you got a picture with him last year. Or was that at Blade Show, Texas? Did Stevie go down?
I think so.
Stevie, where'd you go?
Did he leave his knives here? Or are those yours?
I don't know what's going on. I'm having problems.
Doug had this incredible Damascus knife. I've never seen a blade like that ever.
It was insane. Are you talking about the copper one or the other one?
The other one.
The fixed blade?
No, there was a folder.
The folder.
Yeah.
Oh, the Oaks, the black one. Yeah, the Oaks knife is so sweet.
I've never seen Damascus like that. It had an incredible pattern.
Yeah. Stevie, are you still there? Are you doing all right? Are you having issues?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Am I delayed?
Maybe it's
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
All of a sudden, I started having problems with my internet.
Well, mine does the same thing here, though. Usually, like a couple times a day, I'll have issues where it's just low bandwidth. So, but anyways, thanks for joining the live. And sorry that it kind of took some time there to get things going. Folks, appreciate your patience. We had some technical difficulties on our end, but hey, we managed it and got a chance to have Doug, answer some questions. Obviously, Nebby Cloud doing the giveaway, and let me tell you, for those who won the pieces that I'm looking at right now, they're absolutely gorgeous. And to see these in hand and to see the amount of detail that goes into these guys, they're very special. There's no doubt about it. I wish that I was made of money because there's several that I would buy. So, but they're really a neat piece and something that you'll treasure and want to pass down to to your kids. because they're that well done. These are definitely heirloom pieces and something to display as well. So.
Awesome. What kind of car does Doug Ritter drive? Let me guess, a minivan.
He drives a really nice Chevy blacked out, murdered out Camaro, and the thing is loud. So he just when he walked up to his car, he said that in a preach, and yes, the car he drives is really, really nice.
Yeah,
He should be driving something more economical if we're paying for all his travel. Doug, you need to trade that thing in for a more fuel efficient car. I'm going to hold my politicians accountable.
So Doug and my uncle are about the same age, and my uncle's into Harleys and cars, and it just, yeah. I mean, there's just it kind of goes hand in hand. It seems like as you get older, for us guys, cars become more of a big thing. Think about it. I'm in Arizona, and we have me and Barrett Jackson, up in Scottsdale every year. They do those giant auctions, and most of the people that attend there that are buying cars are typically guys that are retired in their 60s and 70s. So it's quite funny. Do
you still have your Dodge Ram?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I'm going to go get some work done to it. See, I just hit almost 40,000 miles, Stevie.
Is that your boat?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yep.
He has a boat.
We took the boat out about 2 months ago. So
cool.
my mom had never been on it. So, yeah, we took her out to the lake. So it was fun.
You guys should now.
Next night meetup.
What's that?
Next night meetup, you guys should have the pool going and challenge Doug to a cannonball contest.
Yeah. I don't know if you. So I don't know if he would do that, Stevie. Maybe if we gave him a very large donation, we might be able to persuade him, possibly. So.
You got to ask. He didn't like it when I asked him if I could call him Dougie.
Did you call him Dougie?
I asked him if I could.
Doug.
He said Doug will be just fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, very, very, professional. Definitely a great storyteller. But Doug's a serious guy, and but we need somebody who's serious to do what he's doing. And gosh, he speaks so well. I was just sitting actually in front of the camera. You couldn't see me off site, but I was listening to him, speak, and man, he's the right man for the job. To fight for our freedom. So,
if you guys have any relationship with Greg Medford or Ben from Jack Wolf Knives or any other knife makers in Arizona, reach out to them. Let them know that we are meeting up like this, and hopefully they can come to our next meetup.
So I do have some good news about Ben. I did message Ben on Instagram. He was unable to attend today. He had previous plans, but he said that he is on board for coming to one of our next meetups. So we'll definitely get Ben here or wherever we're going to plan for our next event.
If you get
love to have
Medford, he's going to get trolled so fucking hard.
I don't know if that's what. Yeah.
I'm personally going to troll the fuck out of Medford.
You know what would be cool, Stevie? I think if we actually were able to get like a tour of his knife facility or something. I don't know if necessarily having him on a live stream would be, a positive thing.
He's got some words to say.
But I think it would be cool to see his, his knife making facility and, and how it operates. I mean, he obviously has a large following, and a lot of people buy his knives, right?
I suppose so. Oh, did we lose them? Or did we lose me? What's going on? Am I still here? Or did they leave? I'm so confused with all these problems. I don't know if it's on my end or on their end. Well, I don't know what happened there, folks. Oh, they're back.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I think it's StreamYard. I don't think it's our internet, Steve.
Yeah, I think.
No, you're
even Rick was having
glitching big
problems
time.
earlier.
Hey, Gonzo, Doug brought one of his knives. I think he was carrying, if I'm not mistaken, one of his mini RSKs.
He had two of them.
He had two of them. Yeah. But he brought like 5 different variations of his RSK and his mini RSK, and then obviously the custom knives that have been donated to his organization. So
I had no idea that he made a fixed blade.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had a
RS
fixed blade design.
Yeah, one of the pieces that he had up was the Duggar fixed blade.
Oh,
That was really
interesting.
cool.
Yeah, well, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
So long time.
It's the RFB.
Are we still going, Stevie? Yep. Huh?
The RFB.
Winchester. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I cautious about that one with Winchester. Sorry, I'm reading the comments here, Steve. So real quick, we had, I don't know, what, 10 people here today for our meetup?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 10 people. So it was decent. Yeah, Eva Lee came. We had, of course, Eonin. Let's see, who else was here?
Spencer was here.
Spencer was here. Interesting story about Spencer. The last time that we had a knife meetup here at my house, I had all my knives sitting on the table I'm sitting at right now, and it's right next to the front door. Well, he showed up at my house because he works for the HVAC company that does the service. They do like a every 6 month service on my HVAC. And when he walked in the door, my house gets really dark when I close the windows. And he looked to his left, and he didn't quite understand what he was seeing. And so he took his flashlight out and shined it on the table, and he just like literally made like a gasp, like, and for the next hour and a half, instead of doing his job, he wanted to go through my entire collection, which is how I met Spencer. Yeah. So awesome. We ended up actually doing a trade. That's where I traded him a wee. Oh gosh, what was it called? It was one of the special edition Wii's, kind of a plain Jane, but it had a weird, funky looking, colorful clip on it. I can't remember the name of it. And then I think another knife he got was I think it was a Kaiser, some type of Kaiser. Anyways, long story short, that's where I got the Benchmade the shootout, and I carry that shootout all the time. It's a light knife. It's got great action. It's broken in beautifully. But
you like that
the other part of that story is that, huh?
You like that plastic hunk of junk?
I do. I actually like it a lot. Yeah, it's an incredibly useful knife. It doesn't feel cheap to me at all. I mean, it feels better than FRN. So, and it's just as light, if not lighter. So it's a great carry. It's got an incredibly thin blade on it.
I hate that knife.
Cuts well, sharpens up well. Yeah, I like it. So I still like my Rockwall. But anyways, Spencer has a friend that works at a coworker and friend. He ended up coming to my house and servicing my house too, and found out that he's a knife guy. So, the knife meetup group here in Arizona is we're growing, and it started out with just 3 of us. That was it. So we would love to have more people join. So if you have anybody here in the state that is into knives and would just like to hang out and have some good times, send them our way. So, hey, how's it going?
I was wondering when he was going to realize I was back.
Yep. So, anyways, well, hey, I'm going to get going, guys, but it was great to see you all. Thanks again for coming and attending. Congratulations to the winners, and we'll see you guys soon. Might be something coming in the future for me. We'll see. We'll see.
All right, guys.
All right.
Peace out.
Later.
Alrighty. Later. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this live stream.
Okay.
It was definitely a interesting one. A little bit of a shit show, but I think they got to do what they wanted to do. They wanted to show off Doug Ritter, let him talk. They wanted to do the giveaway. Congratulations to Crewware and Brian Dorn. Make sure you guys message NebuCloud. I will put his, just in case you guys have not messaged him, I'm going to put that in the chat. And yeah, I'm still live on Maddie's channel. How much trouble can I get him in? Should I pull up some pornography? Let's see if I can get him shut down. I don't know. What do you guys think? No, I'm not going to do that to him. But yeah, stepped up, play music. Stepped up so Maddie could still have this done on his channel. In all seriousness, I hope everything is all good with Maddie and the family, and hopefully we will get an update soon. And yeah, so I will not be doing my live stream tonight, in case you guys were wondering. Because I did this, I had to postpone some stuff and get it done later this evening. But yeah, so that's hands and all that. I can't really do a good Mattisfaction, but Eli, hold on. Here's a good Mattisfaction. These kids. That's a good Mattisfaction. Come on, that's a low-key good Mattisfaction. Always yelling at them kids. But any hoodles, that's it. I'm going to end it now. So thank you guys for tuning in. And until the next one, I'll catch you later.